All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation. My name is Reid Nelson. This is Izzy Alcafoss. This is This Week in Rec, Elite 8 edition. A lot to talk to tonight, so we'll get right to it. First off, your general thoughts from this relatively boring evening of basketball.
It really was. Yeah, I mean, not a single game really was exciting. I guess you can say Rebels Bigsmash at the beginning, and I missed. I only showed up for the last 10 minutes. So I don't even know how it got to that point. The other three games were really not that memorable at all.
Yeah, Rebels were trailing Bigsmash by 6 at the half. Rebels came back and handled them easily at the end. Bigsmash from Fridley played the Turtles in what was one of the weirdest games I've ever played, and they ended up winning by 16. Bigsmash did. So they'll advance to the Final Four to play the Rebels. The Rebels will be at full strength. First off, let me ask you about that matchup. Bigsmash up here in Fridley, which is a volatile team to say the least, versus the cool, calm, and collected Rebels. Do you give Bigsmash any chance?
No, I don't. I think Bigsmash down south is better than Bigsmash up north, and the Rebels beat Bigsmash, who I think are much better actually. I don't think they have a chance. Zach McRae isn't playing, and he's a really good piece to Bigsmash. And Bigsmash don't have a Zach McRae. Brahma isn't that guy. Brahma's just a young kid. He doesn't play hard. He kind of thinks he's cool. Little to no effort. I mean, he'll mature obviously and end up playing harder. But that's what happens with young guys. They just think they're tough shit, basically, and run up and down.
I wouldn't count on Brahma being there at the games next week. So, and I mean, this is being Reid Nelson as the media man, not as the GM of Bigsmash. But from what I saw tonight, we'll have to ask the GM of Bigsmash what his thoughts were. But from what I saw tonight, I don't think Brahma will be making the trip south next week. And let me just say one thing: Kelvin Bella did go 6 of 6 yesterday from the 3-point line. I mean, he's been shooting, and don't get me wrong, Zach McRae is a great 3-point shooter. But what Kelvin Bella did yesterday was better than anything I've ever seen Zach McRae do. Now, Bigsmash and Fridley when they play as a team, they can beat anybody. And they play as a team probably about 3 or 4 possessions out of every 75 or so. I mean, not very often. A lot of infighting. So again, a very volatile squad. I mean, if anybody who's seen a Bigsmash team play just knows. Just watch me on the sideline. It's just humorous. But if they keep it together for 44 minutes, they have a shot. See, the Rebels will keep it together for 44 minutes. We have no doubt about that.
Right.
Bigsmash has to keep it together for 44 minutes to even have a shot. That has never happened. Yeah. It's never happened, except for yesterday against the Bulls. Yep. There they kept it together for 44 points. So, I mean, we'll do a full prediction segment. We're not going to give away our predictions here. Yeah. We're going to have to wait for Tuesday on that. But Rebels, the presumptive favorite next week, let's say. But let's move on here. 5-5 versus Gorillas. You choose to sit out. Bryant Marmo plays for the Gorillas. Now, 5-5 advances easily. And not only do the 5-5 get you back, but they also get Bryant Marmo back and potentially Mike Byrne back. Who knows, right?
Who knows? Yeah, I mean, I made the decision to sit out. And to be honest, I thought the Gorillas were going to win, and then I wouldn't ruffle any feathers. I was actually really miserable watching the game. I don't know if 5-5 would have got annihilated, would I have felt bad? I'm guessing I probably would have. It was just a kind of a crappy feeling to kind of let your guys down and just watch them. I mean, the Gorillas from the tip-off had zero energy. It looked like they were expecting to lose. It was really weird. Nobody was taking control. They're just sometimes Ryan Hogue was bringing the ball up. Sometimes, Kevin Kraft was running the break. It was just nothing made sense the entire game, and nobody stepped up and said anything. Well, it didn't seem like it. Watching the huddles, 5-5 had energy. Even saying just 1-2-3 defense, it was energy and Gorillas 1-2-3 defense, and they just that's kind of how we've been all season. But tonight it was just a lot worse. So I feel bad. I mean, it's my franchise. I mean, at 5-5, I have, Junius and I are basically co-GMs, but it's different with the Gorillas.
I think they needed your leadership tonight, maybe.
I think so.
Okay, the other game of the night, final game, Bulls South took care of the North Stars. I didn't actually get to watch a second of that game because I was too busy coaching a team. What were your thoughts from that game?
The Bulls South North Stars really came down to the North Stars just not having enough. As soon as Chris, Will, or Noe sat out, twice in that game they had Chris and Will sit out. And both times they did that, the Bulls went on a run. North Stars went on a 24-0 run at the end of the first half, beginning of the second half. And then they made changes to their lineup, which they shouldn't have. Bulls came back, and they ran away with it. It seemed like they just had 8 guys. They just had too many guys, and they didn't want – everybody kind of wanted to play, and they wanted to give people minutes. When it comes to the playoffs, you play your best guys for as long as you can, and you ride out your best lineup, and you worry about –
I played a total of 6 minutes tonight, so I get that, and justifiably so. That's why I'm there.
I mean, that's what I think they should have done. They messed up big time by sitting Will and Chris. They sat them out together probably for about 6 minutes, and that 6 minutes will probably give you a plus-minus of minus 10 points. Unacceptable.
So the Rebels are the favorites right now. I don't think there's any argument there. You probably have the Bulls South coming in second with 5-5 and Bigsmash probably tied for third. The only reason I say that is because, I mean, Bigsmash did beat 5-5 earlier in the season, although I kind of view 5-5 as the better team. Do the Bulls South play the Rebels this season? I think they did, and the Rebels won. So I mean, what has to happen for the Rebels not to win the championship this season?
For them not to win the championship? Well, I don't want to give it away because we're doing the prediction segment.
Okay.
I mean, it'll be tough. It really comes down to the matchups. They don't match up well with the Bulls. And does DuPont sit out? Does he play for the Rebels? Does he play for 5-5? If he sits out or plays for the 5-5, the Rebels will be in trouble. So that's a big deciding factor right there. Bigsmash, I don't think they have many worries just based on the fact that, like you said, they're too volatile, and I don't expect them to really hang tough with them. The other two teams could give them trouble because 5-5 are fundamental. They're going to have ball handlers, and they won't. What the Rebels feed off of is hectic play, implosion, and bad basketball, and 5-5 don't do any of that. So it'll be a good game. But I think Bulls South is the team that could really knock them off because they're too big, too athletic, and it was a close game last time.
So we had this discussion a little bit in the past. 24 teams made it to the playoffs. And I believe it was you who said to me yesterday, see, Reid, we should have let 24 in because the 22 seed has advanced. But see, that's my exact argument against it. Like, the regular season has no purpose anymore. You know, 5-5 can have a terrible regular season and still get to the playoffs. We know they're Final Four caliber team. I mean, they showed it. But should they even be playing right now? Did they earn the right to be playing right now? There's only 31 teams in the league. If you're going to let 24 in, you're basically saying everybody's in.
I think it's good for the league. I think that the league is deep now. I would say when I first joined the league, 24 teams isn't really worth it because those bottom, 20 teams isn't worth it because those bottom 10 teams are just going to get smoked. But now the league is really deep. There's 20 teams that can make a run, and it shows. You can't take these teams out.
Next season starts October 7th, I believe, week of October 6th or 7th. Registration deadline, or for early registration deadline, is September 27th. That is also the night of our awards banquet at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Roseville. We're almost done again. Any final thoughts on the evening?
I'm still a little upset that the Gorillas lost, but I got a team alive, so I can't complain there. I think it's definitely the Rebels to lose. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably going to be Rebels, Turtles. The run continues.
Forever.
Forever.
So, all right. Thank you all to Noops Nation. We'll see you next time.